Hi guys, I'm going to review the latest video by Bryan and it's called How Toxic is Your Favorite Chocolate?
Today, we're going to test 10 supermarket chocolates and determine how good or bad they are for you. Dark chocolate is good for cognitive function and heart health.
There's no proof for that.
And many other things. What you want to look for is flavanols. On the bad side, they can be high in heavy metal content. The problem...
What I noticed right away are the gray hairs right here. He made a video about his hair, how he stopped his hair loss. I've never seen him talk about his obviously dyed hair. Maybe he has talked about it, maybe I just haven't seen it. He should let the gray hairs grow out. It would give a better picture of how he actually looks like. It may be genetic, that might as well be true, but it's just that he hides the way he looks like. I already made a short about him using filters or the editing team doing that for him. You can clearly see the dark eye circles. How could you possibly not? He just looks so incredibly strange. And he also talked about flavanols. We'll get into that, but they are something completely else than what most people believe.
The problem is, companies don't tell you the heavy metals in the chocolate can cause cancer, high blood pressure, kidney disease, and low...
Of course, it's a business. They're trying to sell you something. Why would they tell you that what they are selling you is bad for you? They also don't tell you that the flavanols are bad for you, but that's mostly because of ignorance. Most people don't know that the reason they don't want to eat dark chocolate, as in 100% so-called pure chocolate, is because they will taste the bitter flavanols. They usually want to eat the chocolate which is full of milk and sugar that covers up the taste of the bitter, toxic flavanols. Everything that's bitter is toxic for you. It's your body telling you not to eat it. That's why you right away taste it with your taste buds.
Sperm count. Stuff you don't want.
Oh, wow. He looked really bad there. I gotta go back.
Stuff you don't...
It's the dark eye circles. His eyes are generally red. Everything is red also here. As I said, the gray hairs, the lips look sort of blue. The skin color overall is pale. His body fat is very low. Maybe that's why he has those loose clothes on to hide it.
Want. Now, to reveal these 10 chocolate bars, I'm going to hand it over to game show host Bryan. Welcome to my game show. Today we're going to show you good and terrible chocolate.
You can't put on an act as if you're a game show host. Game show hosts don't look like this. Nobody would be watching this kind of a game show.
Let's get started with our 10 contestants. Now, the way we've scored this is...
It's really fake, cringy. It's not real. You can tell that he's acting, that he's miserable.
We've done a ratio of good stuff to bad stuff. Good stuff are the flavanols.
This is really funny. The flavanols are supposed to be the good stuff and the heavy metals are bad. Both are bad. It's toxic heavy metals on one side and then the bitter flavanols. And you also got to understand that chocolate in general is toxic. There's theobromine, which is a potent toxin. And caffeine, most of you know it. You don't know what it is. It's a toxin which creates adrenaline in your body. That's why you have energy after consuming it. And the combination of both is the reason why your dog can die by eating too much chocolate. Usually they would simply get sick. It's just really funny that he has this chart not realizing that both are toxic.
Bad stuff and the heavy metals. The higher the number, the better. Let's see what contestant number 1 is going to bring.
The higher the number of both, the worse it is.
Lindt chocolate. Now, I've seen this everywhere. I'm sure you have too. All over the world, actually. 70% cocoa. It's excellence. Exceptional cocoa flavor. So they do promise a lot. Let's open this up and let's see what it tastes like. Now, I did receive permission from Blueprint Bryan that we saved some extra calories for today so I could nibble on the chocolate, but only nibble to avoid excess heavy metals. It feels like it's wrapped in a heavy metal. Okay. Smells delicious. Yep, tastes nice. Let's see how this scores. Lindt chocolate, 175 milligrams in flavanols, and heavy metals, 4.5 micrograms. A score of 39. Not very impressive. Contestant number 2, who do we have here? Not just good, beyond good. Pure dark, Madagascar, 100% traceable 70% cocoa, pure dark. All right, that's a big promise.
You know how much they get paid in Madagascar to create it? And how much you, the consumers from the US and Europe, have to pay for it? It's slavery. They are completely using these people. His hands have these red spots also on his face. I don't say any of this to offend the guy. It's just that he has a channel about health and longevity. Of course, I have to point it out. The hands don't look aged. It doesn't look like natural aging. It's a sign of sickness, malnourishment. You could say that they look anemic.
They wrapped it in a golden wrapper like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory chocolate bar. Wow, this is thick.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick, boy!
This is a brick. I guess it's a gold brick of chocolate. They're all the same. There's no difference. This sounds like a little bit more of a buttery feel, but... All right, Tony, what do you got here for us? Flavanols, 218 milligrams. Heavy metal, 5.9 micrograms. Not good.
It's crazy when you look at how he used to look like, how much healthier, younger, and overall better he looked like. And now, with Blueprint, the low body fat, he really looks insanely sick. Really, he looks like one of the sickest people I've ever seen. But the comparison is really crazy. It really shows you what he has done to his body. Of course, he actually used to be younger, but he just looked so much younger and healthier, especially when he had some body fat.
Score, 37. Well, I guess this is good news for Lint. You were in last place, now you're in third place. Contestant number 4. What do we have?
I used to eat as garbage as a child. Not very often, thankfully, but yeah.
And these have all been 70% so far. So this is an exciting situation. What does 100% taste like? Getting better opening these packages. Oh, this is really...
The higher the percentage, the more bitter it's going to be because of the toxic flavanols. That's why people don't like it.
Really nice and silky. It's clean. That's the clean bar. Yep. Definitely 100%. It doesn't have the buttery, sugary taste the others have. Yeah, this is just pure cocoa beans and organic cocoa butter. So they have a very clean label. I'm excited to see how this scores because I like this. It's just pure. Flavanols, 211 milligrams. Heavy metal, whoa, heavy metals, 14.7.
Why is this guy surprised? If it's more pure, not that it's a pure food by any means, then of course it will have more toxic heavy metals. Because if there's not milk and the sugar and whatnot added to it, then it has more cacao butter, for example, which will have the toxic heavy metals.
Micrograms. Oh man, that's bad news. 14. We gotta move this guy down. So worth pausing just for a moment and imagine you're at the grocery store, you're looking through the chocolates, you see this one has 2 ingredients, no sugar, it's a clean label, it's 100% dark chocolate, you think, I know dark chocolate's good for me, you grab it, and then 14 micrograms of heavy metals, that's just really not a good situation.
This whole ranking makes no sense. As I said before, the more toxic metals you have and the more flavanols you have, the worse it is. But it's as if he believes that the flavanols make up for the toxic heavy metals. There's no explanation behind it, no arguments, obviously, because you cannot explain it. It's simply a religious belief, essentially.
Contestant number 7. Lily's Extra Dark Chocolate. 70% stevia sweetened, dark and rich. I have to be honest, I'm getting a little bit of a stuff.
Stevia is very bad for you. It spikes your insulin, but you're not getting the sugar, which means that it's gonna wreak havoc in the body. Yeah, never consume anything with artificial sweeteners.
Stomach ache. I think my body's asking what's up. Let's see what Lily's has. 170 milligrams of flavanols and 4.9 micrograms of heavy metals. Probably scored pretty well. 39, yep. Better than, so it's a tie with Lint.
Why don't you just eat foods without any toxic heavy metals and flavanols? Why don't you eat natural food?
Contestant number 8.
You are a bad boy.
Turn the music on, baby. I feel hypnotized.
Oh my, oh, what the fuck, oh my god, did you, wait, did you notice that? Like, I right away noticed something is wrong, because, oh my god, now what's going on here? How can you look so sick? How can you look this sick? This is not normal. Somebody needs to call 911, or whatever you call in the US. No, seriously. Like right away when you see this video, like what's going on here? I noticed right away that the screen was very red. So I thought, huh? He doesn't look sick in a malnourished way. He looks so sick that you need to call an ambulance. No, come on, guys. Tell me what you think about this, but it's an emergency. Like, I'm literally looking at an emergency case right here. Is it because he acts as if he understands what he's talking about when it comes to health that people ignore it? Is it some kind of manipulation of the mind that you don't see it? Because if this guy was anybody else, you would be saying he looks incredibly sick. Come on. Be real, be truthful. But because he's acting as if he's some health guru who wants to live a long life, you just kind of ignore it. But come on, he looks sick, right? I mean, nobody can deny that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
How to taste an exotic chocolate bar. Breathe and see. Close your eyes.
Why is nobody telling him what's going on? I can only imagine that he's paying the team to help him with his health, which is why they don't say anything because they want to get paid. But then the editing team is also getting paid, which is why they just try to make him look better. And everybody's kind of in this delusion that he's doing good. But everybody can see that he's doing bad.
Smell. Bite into the chocolate and hear a crisp, ringing pop. Taste and experience the deep, roasted aroma of the dark chocolate. This is probably the most commonly consumed chocolate I've seen my friends eat. Get back to human, simple dark chocolate, 70% cocoa, vegan, paleo, no refined sugars, no cane sugar, no sugar alcohol, no erythritol. It's time to get back to the way humans ate before industry ruined food. All right, so they are...
Is that for real? What? It's an industrial food. I can't believe this video.
Are on a mission. They are revolutionaries. All right, Q, let's see what you've got. That's pretty good. Now the score. Flavanols, 261 milligrams. Pretty good. Heavy metals, 5.4 micrograms. It looks like it's on the high side for a score of 48. All right, not the worst, but not the best. It's going to place it in between.
This whole thing makes zero sense. You have a bunch of toxic heavy metals and then bitter toxic flavanols. But because you have more flavanols, which are also toxic, it's as if it makes up for the toxic heavy metals. But the more you have of both, the worse it is. It's so weird. It's just like...
Lilies and Ritter Sports. Now, if the big reveal can test it, number 10.
Is that all you got, old man?
And I'm right-handed. 10.6 micrograms for a score of 13. Yikes. It does not matter what they say. It doesn't matter what words they use, how pretty their pictures are. It does not matter. Second is not knowing is very dangerous. We've now looked at 10 popular supermarket brands and scored them on good stuff and bad stuff. I have one more for you. Blueprint Cocoa. Because I learned how dirty the food supply was, I started sourcing my own food, including cocoa, because of benefits. Now, to give you context,
I love it. It used to be about him simply wanting to prolong his lifespan. He was, of course, always completely wrong, but now he also has all of these products. Nothing wrong with that as such. He's a businessman. He's making it into a business. Okay, I get it, but it's just that what he's selling is really bad for your longevity. What he's doing in general is incredibly bad.
this is not an apples-to-apples comparison because this is a powder, these are bars. However, if we look at the score, this has 537 milligrams of flavanols and 2.9 of heavy metals.
It was an advertisement in the end, really.
If we were to give it a number, it'd be 180, over double the...
That makes no sense, man. Why? Because you have more toxic flavanols? Ah, Jesus, man.
number one position. This is why it's so important to know what you're eating and to have quantified data on the cleanliness and the positive benefits. As always, I don't care if you buy from me. I'll give you the resources to go out and buy your own.
How do you know what you're eating? Why don't you take flavanol supplements? Why don't you take these pills, which are super bitter, purely made out of flavanols? Why don't you suck on them like candy if you like them, if you think that it's healthy?
I'll share the data with you. I want you to be healthy and happy. If Blueprint can be part of that, great. If not, do your thing.
How can you want people to be happy and healthy if you eat a diet which doesn't have over 15 micronutrients? If you promote malnutrition?
Now, a last note on the companies that we tested. This is not a takedown. This is not to shame them. This is just simply to say transparency in our food supply chain is a good thing for everybody. Nobody wins when our food supply is dirty. Nobody wins when we're unhealthy.
Yeah, you should be fighting for grass-fed beef, wild fish, that kind of food, actually healthy food, which makes you strong and prolongs your lifespan.
It's time we change the world from a die economy to a don't die economy. Be well.
Wait, is that his slogan, don't die? Wait, are you joking? What an insanely ignorant video, but I'm used to it from him or his team. Whoever writes these scripts and gives him the information. There are no other videos on the internet which are as wrong as his videos. Especially when it comes to prolonging your lifespan. You can't eat a diet which doesn't have over 15 micronutrients. And then believe that you will be healthy, let alone live a long life. I mean, how could that be possible? The humans who live to 100 plus eat an 80-90% animal-based diet with a lot of saturated animal fat, not cacao butter. You could just do a little bit of research. Bryan Johnson has a lot of money. He could simply, tomorrow, fly to Okinawa, Japan, see that everybody there eats mostly pork, cook everything in pork fat, and realize what makes you healthy. The dark eye circles would disappear slowly, as much as he can heal himself at this point. Maybe some of the gray hairs would go away if he would start eating mineral-rich foods with fat-soluble vitamins, such as seafood. He could get wild oysters. He could get any kind of wild-caught seafood. He could get the best food possible if he wanted to. But he's eating slave food, worse than slave food. His diet is one of the worst I've ever seen. And he's doing so incredibly bad. This guy could travel to any place on Earth where people live long lives and right away see what they eat. He would have to completely change his diet then. Maybe he doesn't want to find out. Maybe he wants to live in denial. It seems like it's possible. Maybe it's about morals for him, that he pretty much doesn't eat any animal foods at all. From what I've seen, he got the blood of his son injected into him, which is animal nutrients. It's the best he got by far. And then he had stem cell injections. That's about it. Everything else is plants, as far as I've seen. And the plants in general don't have over 15 micronutrients. He's basically eating a vegan diet from what I've seen. If not, then for sure absolutely plant-based. Maybe some of the supplements are not vegan, whatever the case. It's as if there's some blockade in his mind which doesn't let him eat what he actually wants to eat, seeing as humans want to eat animal foods. His channel is about health and longevity. People watch him, they see that he's sick, but they comment that he should keep going because he's doing a great job. It's as if there's a mass delusion going on. Thanks for watching.